doing
Did you
porn.
watch the Bob and Maddy rap battle?
We need to talk about Kevin.
Rap fighting.
Kevin, a.k.a. Maddy.
Fighting through the art of rap.
Maddy Morphosis. I did not watch that season, full disclosure. I think I was on the pit stop for it. Thank you. And I watched your pit stop with Maddy, and I was struck, first of all, by how stunning she is.
Looks great. She does.
And she's so funny. And I know what I learned from that episode is everybody's late to the party on the Maddy train.
You know what's funny? I think at first, because she was straight, everyone's like, no. But let me tell you, if being gay was a precursor to good drag, that's not the world we live in.
Mama,
do you know how many suck at drag?
Thank you.
Do you know the gayest person? Mary,
sexuality is no indication of your goodness of drag.
I hate to be that girl, but I have an audio that I sent you that I think goes along with the Maddy conversation.
Okay.
That we need to listen to.
Let's do it.
My old cock. Okay, wait. Hold on. This is it.
Gays that don't do drag love to be like, I just know I would eat on RuPaul's Drag Race. What part? You can't do makeup. You can't walk in heels. We're watching you struggle to step touch in the club. Your wardrobe is full of Shein. You can't afford the runway. You haven't told a joke successfully since I've known you. Like, what part of RuPaul's Drag Race do you think you'd be successful in? You're scared of confrontation. You wouldn't even be good and untucked. Be so real with yourself when you're watching this. Be so real and be thankful that we have enough talented drag queens in the world to make for such a great show. Be so real with yourself. Gays that...
She left no fucking crumbs. That's Peter Toto on TikTok. And I was like, you're right.
Chomp, chomp.
I don't think the gay guys have the nerve to say it around like you or me.
No.
But I think when other drag queens aren't around, they go like, right, I would eat.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
It would go in your mouth and you would cough on it, choke it up,
like a
puke,
saltine
and lay
cracker
down.
with nary a glass of water around. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about drag that makes people, it's the I can do that-ism.
Yeah.
You don't watch Top Chef and go, I could cook that.
Let's see you do a fucking winged liner, you
Okay, no,
I can't even do
ask
it.
any woman
Like-
if they can. I can't do symmetrical brows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get a glue stick and put you in a saw trap and see what happens. It's not going to happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Understand they don't understand the level of the level of jack of all trade of it all and the master of none. Like they look at all the parts and they're like, well, yeah, but they don't really see that like many of these skills require 10 to 15 years to approach mastery.
Yeah, we speak like broken English in like 5 languages in drag.
Yeah.
We sew a little.
Yeah.
We dance a little.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
do
yeah.
comedy a little.
There are people whose entire lives are dedicated to sewing lace.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? When it comes to one little thing, they're like, okay, I'm an expert installer of zippers. That's their entire career.
I know.
You know what I mean? There's like, and so
Well, that's why when you see drag queens, when they walk away, if they made the costume, they're usually wearing long hair.
oh yeah,
The
yeah,
zipper's so
because if you got 4-way stretch and they do a zipper on it, it goes boop,
it's
like a
waved
spine,
out.
like a
Yeah.
dinosaur spine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
How would you fix that? Bias tape?
No, what you do is you have to pull the as you sew the zipper on. First of all, you can't do an invisible, but as you sew the zipper on, you have to pull the fabric as you sew it, but you have to pull it at the same tension on each side. So it's very, very difficult to do. But you have to pin it, of course.
Yeah.
And it's still you have
pin
to
the shit out of it.
pin the shit out of it, and you got to measure. You have to, and then you got to dart the shit out of it.
Yeah.
You got to dart the back so that it hugs to the body and is more of a body content.
I hate when it's the butt and the shoulders and it's like a fabric tent.
My favorite thing is to two fierce darts and it with a zigzag. Oh, it's
I've do it.
Yeah, I love. I mean, I love it. 4-way sewing stretched is no
it's
joke.
Not easy.
No, it's
I
not.
learned to sew from a flat patterning book.
I never learned that. I never learned that.
So that's how I learned. I made a pattern of my bodice, pattern of my bottom, and then I made like 3 sleeves, 2 skirts, and I just Lego mix and match.
Yeah.
And that was
Smart.
nice because I built it for my real measurements.
Yeah.
So everything fit perfect.
Yeah.
But I never used stretch. And drag queens are always like, it's so easy. You just trace your body. Years later, when I started using stretch, it can go very awry.
Of course, because also it's the fabric can be slippery to if you don't, because I don't pin shit. I don't pin shit. So I know that's great. I do everything wrong, but it still works for me because it's stage wear. At the end of the day, it's not going on the rack.
You're
it's
not giving it to someone else.
No. If I'm making something for somebody else, I'm high stress. I can't do it.
When somebody's like, I like that. Can I borrow it? I will go,
No.
I made that.
Yeah.
So
Ain't no lining.
Just so you know, I made that.
Yeah. There's sequin, raw sequin edges that are going to chop up your arms
Blood.
and legs.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember
When
on
are you going to get
All-Stars.
fisted?
I don't want to.
Are you sure?
And I think it breaks your asshole. It doesn't break everyone's asshole, but I think for me, there would be a danger of breaking my asshole. And I like poop the size it comes out now. That
You don't
thin
want it any
linguine,
bigger?
That angel hair pasta.
Stop.
Like, that's what I want.
Sorry I brought it up. Back to fisting.
I mean,
So-
some guys have those short fat dicks with the huge head. It's like being fisted.
Oh, you know,
Those guys have those mushroom dicks where when they put them in, it feels like they're putting it in basketball first. And then when they pull out, you feel like you've been gutted.
I was recently chatting with a man on one of those apps, and it literally was a thin stalk and a huge mushroom cap.
They love it.
Who loves it?
Everyone, God.
It was. I was like, "You're gonna plunge my toilet?"
No, it's like a lollipop.
I don't.
It's a fucking double bubble.
It was a plunger.
Yeah,
it was a plunger, and I feel like the pressure,
sector.
the physics of that is going to,
And
like,
you know,
it's
and
like a French press up your ass.
Yes,
you
and
know
it
what I
feels
mean?
like a giant piece of concrete on the end of a piece of rebar.
Yeah, it's like
Like jagged.
It's
like
not-
somebody walked up to a construction site and got a piece of rubble and said, "Bend over, Leslie."
I don't love that idea. I
don't
don't love
either.
that idea.
I'm fine with just call me old fashioned. And I realized it in Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, this is conservative. This is closed minded. This is Laura Ingalls Wilder.
It's Laura Ingalls Wilder
Sarah Plaintill
via like Arkansas State Senate or whatever.
I just want Amanda hug and kiss. Like I just want to touch, hold, kiss, touch. And if we are going to do anal, I want kissing, then oral, then some light fingering, then slow. That like
And then Imodium.
Yes.
Love gay. I am gay. I'm a gay. I love gay. Okay. Gay pride, whatever. I just think that
Did you see Mariah?
no,
So not really gay.
not
pride.
that gay.
Okay.
I'm not that gay. I think that I think we're taking it we're pushing it to the limit.
Mm-hmm.
We're pushing things to the limit. Things are getting pushed to the limit. I watched this David Attenborough documentary on Netflix about how, this guy is 93 years old, the nature documentary guy. He's done millions of documentaries on nature. He knows exactly how the world is dying. We're pushing Earth to the limit. Gay people are pushing sexuality and gayness to the limit.
Yeah.
The breeding, the lingo, the
Ass
imagery,
Dump.
The
Anonymous
load-
dump.
the
Load collecting.
This is you don't have a butt. It's a sperm bank.
Yeah. Well,
And I'm concerned. I was just a concerned citizen without judgment. I'm wondering, how many loads does it take
yeah.
to find?
Yeah, and yeah, and the way we make Pride merch too doesn't always have to call back to the bedroom. I think sometimes like a baby onesie that says top, bottom, and then like undecided. Like I don't know if as queer people we need to be immediately identified by the sex we have.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so shocking when people ask things like who's the top or who's the bottom in a relationship or who's the man or the woman. It's like when you random straight person, when you see me as a gay person, your mind immediately thinks about what kind of sex do I have?
Right.
That is weird.
It is weird, and I think I know from like personal observation and locker room chit chat. Gay people are so wild. They're wilding out with Nick Cannon.
They really are.
Every day.
It's the secret life of pets. It's the secret life of pets too.
Sniffies.
Sniffies.
It's wild. It's wilding out with Nick Cannon.
It is. It really is. But I think Sniffies is sort of the frontier. It's a reversion. It's encouraging knowing less about the partner. It's encouraging maybe not knowing what they look like.
Yeah.
Maybe in public.
Which also I feel like is the upside. It's a great boon for the ugly.
Can I talk to you about PT?
Part-time work or physical therapy?
Booty tank.
My brother and my brother's wife are PTs.
Physical
Talk about
therapy.
it.
So I think last time I was on the pod, I talked about my arm. Did I talk about my arm?
Your arm? Your elbow?
So if you're all watching at home, this arm straightens this much, and this arm wasn't. It was like this, locked.
Chapter 44.
Locked. I went to a PT, and I kind of like thought it would help. He helped me so much, so fast, in even one session that I almost started crying and hugged him. For my arm.
Did you pay him though?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, of course. But I went to PT somebody for my TMJ because I mean, a couple weeks ago, my mouth would barely open. That's how bad it's been.
Oral sex no more.
Yeah, I mean, I could maybe fillet a peanut M&M at this point.
But you're allergic to peanuts.
Well, it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Sacrifice you're willing to take.
What if I talked to, it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Chapter
Anything
45.
to have that fat nut in me. I want that fat nut in me. I want to have an allergic reaction in my lower colon, baby. Ooh. Ooh.
Anaphylactic shock. Wait.
Who listens to this? Okay,
Mama, people who want to die.
so something happened, and I don't want to get kicked out of my doctor, but I wanted to say what happened. I feel
Out of your
I feel like
doctor.
there's a doctor-patient
The
confidentiality,
Hippocratic Oath.
and I do think as patients we should have the freedom to say what happened at our doctor's appointment, but I don't want to like overly share people's
We
practices.
just don't give the name.
trade secrets. Okay, great. We're gonna call them Dr. So-and-so.
Dr. Monica DeMonico.
Yes.
Okay.
Easy to say. So I go in there and, I'm telling him about my jaw being locked up.
Wait, it's Dr. Moon.
It's Dr. Moon.
Okay,
Perfect.
Dr. Moon.
So he's like, get up on the table. Super helpful. Works on my elbow a little bit as a little pro-am race for the cure. Like we weren't there to see my arm, and I mentioned my arm, and he did a little bit on it, which was so welcome and nice. Not that we should expect healthcare providers to put in the extra other body parts that
No, ma'am.
But it was nice. So he starts working on the jaw. He's explaining it to me. He's feeling all over my head. And he's basically like, okay, your jaw is supposed to be an even hinge that goes up and down.
Right.
One of your sides is recessed. So the whole thing is off kilter, which is why like when you chew and talk too much, it creates problems for you. So he gave me exercise to do. But Mary, you better believe he had to put on gloves, reach in my mouth with both thumbs in my mouth.
Both of those thumbs?
And I'm just going to say he wasn't unattractive.
Dr. Moon was hot?
He was very handsome and professional and nice and helpful. So
Thank you, doctor.
calming energy. I mean, for a doctor to put their fingers in your mouth and for you to not feel weird and embarrassed, I felt very relaxed, chill. But he goes, all right, we're going to get your jaw open today. And I was like, okay. And I kind of like didn't believe him.
I'm getting hard.
He goes, we're going to get your jaw opened up. Which any other context, but this is a medical environment. This is a medical environment. By the way, would you have gagged if he took like an x-ray of my head and says, have you been sucking cock? What happened? Yeah. So he gets both thumbs are up inside my mouth and he goes, you can bite on my thumbs. So I put pressure on the thumbs and then he uses the pointy part of his thumbs to start pushing into the soft tissue, my hinge joint. And he's looking out into space because people who do body work, they almost look away from your body to like visualize your skeleton while they're doing it. Massage people sometimes like look out into space while they do it.
Yeah.
And it's a little horny, right? Yeah. So, but it wasn't too horny, but I was thinking like, wow, this is intimate. Somebody's thumbs in your mouth is intimate, not in a sex way.
No.
So I don't want to get kicked on my doctor.
No, don't do it.
Because I was
Dr. Moon is
completely
up there in
professional.
orbit.
Right. I think it's okay to acknowledge that in other pretenses, this could be the beginning of porn, but this currently is doctor.
I watched a porn that started like this.
Right. So then he's pushing the thumbs in. He's pushing the thumbs into the soft tissue and basically prying my jaw open. And he's taking breaks and he's going, are you okay? Are you okay? And he's prying.
The Terrifier?
Pretty much. And he's like, your jaw will shift one way really easy and the other way it's so locked up, I can't even push it the other way. I mean, it's so bad. But he got it open a few more millimeters and I was able to eat this week and chew with like no clicking and popping and no major pain. And I'm seeing him again tomorrow and I'm so thrilled. I was like, do you think we'll be able to, after a few visits, do you think you'll be able to get it open? He was like, oh yeah.
Mama, that's
Which was so comforting for a
Mama,
doctor
that's
to be
Rebel,
like, oh yeah.
Rebel Moon, Dr. Rebel Moon.
Yeah. But in
Let's
other
give it up for
contexts,
Dr. Moon.
beautiful doctor, thumbs in my mouth, eye contact saying, we're going to open it up. I'm like, oh my God.
I watched a pornographic film this morn that involved a man putting his fingers in another man's mouth. And you know what happened. Yes.
This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. I would like to confess something. I, Katya Zamolachkova, High Priestess of Drag, EGOT Aspirist, West Covina City Council Member, and Lord Magistrate of Bitchfield Village in the Southern District of Lincolnshire, England, occasionally engage in extremely awkward conversations. There was one time that I showed up to a business partner's charity event for emotionally unavailable hamsters wearing a fedora festooned with, you guessed it, faux hamster fur. Well, let me tell you, Sir Elton John was the opposite of pleased on that very fine evening. I've never been sucker punched by a man wearing a golden jumpsuit and a feather boa, but I guess there's a first for everything. Even though I'm very familiar with having extraordinarily awkward interactions with celebrities, you shouldn't feel that way when talking to your doctor about the slight burning sensation when you piss. Enter ZocDoc, the place where you can find and book doctors who will make you feel comfortable and actually listen to you. And we're not talking about a handful of doctors. We're talking about tens of thousands of doctors, all with verified patient reviews, so you can make sure that the vibes are chill and you feel completely at ease. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. With ZocDoc, you get more options than you know. I love ZocDoc because while there are tons of doctors in Los Angeles, I need someone very discreet who won't sell a story to the National Enquirer about my prehensile tail. When it comes to my health and any weird protuberances from my backside, I want to see the best local doctor I can, and ZocDoc helps me find that doctor and book them. If someone is going to see the beauty that is my naked body during an exam, I want a pro. Listen, people, I can find a great doctor and so can you, all because of ZocDoc. Go to ZocDoc.com/bald and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/bald. ZocDoc.com/bald.
Well, what about what I sent you the other day? The guy at the Scientology place.
Oh, I loved that.
Somebody on Grindr messaged me. I was in New York and they said, meet me at the Scientology Museum. And I said, for what?
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, I'm in the second floor bathroom. And I said, are you for real? And they said, well, I actually usually go in the movie theater because there's movies playing for free all day and no one's in there.
Yeah.
And I said, you're weird. And then 10 minutes later, I said, what movie? Because I thought, what if it's the Lady and the Tramp or something I'm into?
Yeah. Or like Citizen Kane.
They said Dianetics book 1.
Yeah, of course.
The guy said, at this point, I have it memorized.
I mean, I think
I'm not into Scientology, but I don't think we need to be jerking off in their movie theater.
No, and also there's like, just go to the public library.
Well, that's gay people though. Not only are they only into fisting, because anal is like too normcore.
Yeah, French kiss.
They also can't do it privately anymore. Gay guys are like,
yeah.
Well, why wouldn't we go down to the Gelsons and I'll lay over a fucking display of cantaloupes and you could gut me.
Well, no, it's like do you want to come over? No, I want to go to the Home Depot parking lot. You know what I mean? Like, are you nuts?
100%.
Like, we met, like, I mean, our story.
You suck my cock at the American Doll store.
It's like, you know, when we're at a party, we're like 2 years, it's our wedding anniversary. And it was like, how did you do it? And like, well, you know, like every other gay man, we're so cliche. We met fisting at the Home Depot second floor parking lot.
Yeah, he took a foreskin. He did a foreskin shot out of my cock at Disney.
No, at the IKEA showroom. In the IKEA bedroom showroom. Like, call me old-fashioned, but I only have sex in the bedroom of an IKEA showroom.
So I met him at the Disney store on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
And he rimmed me.
Yeah. He was the guy with the snake. He shoved it up my ass. He fed the whole boa constrictor up my ass just with the tail was coming out. And then I got it. And then I ran around Hollywood Boulevard with just the tail out. And then the snake's mouth came out of my mouth. And then he ripped it out. And then he fucked me again with it.
We went down to the Madame Tussauds and he fucked me over the Josh Brolin wax figure. So we kind of had a three-way, really. And I said, oh my God, is that all you?
Mama, I think that I truly do feel for the men who, like, you know, when we were, half the crowd I could tell was like kind of gay, or maybe like a third of the crowd was gay when we saw Dune 2. And I know those sandworm scenes. I know what they did to those men. I know what those sandworms mean to those men. They're like, ooh, I wish I had that up my ass.
That Sandussy.
I wish I had that giant worm up my ass. That Timothy little bird body riding that thing.
They want him to get fucked by the sandworm.
They want the sandworm to knock him over and then just to have him like legs open overhead like a pretzel, and that worm just goes straight up his little rickety body.
Well, because it's a metaphor. They see themselves as Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
They see the sandworm as like sexual freedom.
Yep.
And then they see the sand as like adversity.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. You know? Okay.
Do you like public sex? Are you turned on by public sex?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But
so if you were somewhere, let's say you were on a beach.
I don't want to get arrested.
Well, let's say you're on a beach.
Okay.
And someone really hot is coming onto you. And you guys are starting to get handsy. Would you A, go along with it because it's in the moment, or B, be like, oh, this is better because there's excitement?
Is it the excitement?
Like, does it turn you on that someone might see you, I don't know, sucking dick in a park bench? I don't know.
No, because I think I have the fear of legal action. I don't want to be labeled a sex offender.
Me too.
But if we perhaps if we lived in a world where the naked body wasn't criminalized,
Yes.
things might be a little bit different. And
Yes.
I wouldn't even have this conversation in my head. We wouldn't be talking about load collecting.
Have you ever had sex at a gym?
No.
I did once.
Bathhouse.
Okay. Bathhouse. Okay. Yeah.
But that was like in Brazil
yeah.
where people were, I mean, it was a place to have sex.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Have a sexy.
Have a sex in the gym.
I was at a gym once, and this guy came up to me, and it was one of those gyms that was like day pass. You had $22 day pass for the gym, which I was like, God, it's close, whatever. Great. $22 for a day pass, I think is a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot.
Well, yeah.
Granted, I know as a member, I'm not a member, I'm getting allowed in. I'm very thankful. Great. I'm at the gym, and this gentleman comes up to me and starts talking to me. I'm like, yeah, great. Oh, wow. It's like, oh, yeah, this gym, whatever. And then, so I'm in this city, and they were like, yeah, this gym is actually famously owned by like a conservative public figure. This gym, and it randomly is like the cruising place. And the guy's telling me this, and I'm like, anyway, that's cool. And I'm so thick in the skull,
not putting
I don't
two and
think
two
I'm
together.
getting cruised. Like, I don't think.
Right.
I've never, you have to pay attention to get cruised, and I'm never paying attention. So like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
they do.
You have to be like, did someone look at me?
Yeah, yeah. They'd have to have two fingers up your ass for even like for you to be conscious of them. Like interested.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have my headphones and I'm listening to music. I'm like, do you remember? You know, like I have my own stuff going on. And then I'm like, it didn't occur to me that he might be hitting on me by making me aware of the fact that this is technically a hookup gym. And I didn't know. It was a pretty empty gym, but it was the middle of the day during the week. So I figured they're all empty. I go to the locker room. The locker room's like almost like a lot of winding. Every day is a winding road.
Very so Sheryl Crow. Yeah.
And I'm changing. And the guy who talked to me earlier comes by and he's in a towel. And the towel swings open and he goes, "Are you coming?" And I go,
Get out. What is this? Like you're on Debbie Does Dallas.
Yes.
Debbie
and
Does
I was there
Dallas.
to work out. So I didn't know this was going to happen.
Oh,
so
my
I felt almost
stars.
like I would have felt pervy if I came here like,
Right.
because I don't want to have sex in public. It's just, if you're going to have a hookup, do it in a room private. Me personally, I would rather do private.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, "Are you coming?" And I'm like, "Well, I was on the way to the shower. So I guess technically I'm going to that area of the bathroom with you. Yes."
Open concept shower.
No, individuals with frosted glass.
Frosted glass.
So then I'm like, well, I guess we're doing this. And then we off. But
oh.
Slip
Well,
it
I
down
lived
there.
right down the street from you. You know,
Yes.
because I arrived at your house one day. Very, let's just say in high spirits. Let's just say feeling my fantasy. Let's use a euphemism, shall
We're
we?
gonna leave it at that. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
It was a good night.
I don't think I knocked on the door. I think I came through the window.
You did?
I think I maybe flew through the
it
window.
was Christmas.
Open window.
I remember
Yeah.
that. It was Christmas.
I took a
and
shower
we
with
got
my
a
clothes
package.
on.
We got
and,
a package.
Yeah,
yes.
I was cutting invisible cucumbers on her kitchen counter. Then I went into the bathroom, turned on the shower, left the bathroom. It was a lot. It was a lot going on.
It was good
But you know
times.
what though?
Yes.
You are a consummate professional and a decent human being because not only did you not call the police.
No, I didn't.
You did not call my mother.
No.
Or my babysitter.
No.
Or my grandmother.
No.
Or and
I didn't know any of them. I was like, girl.
well, I killed them all.
Makes
but
sense.
you were
Another piece of the puzzle.
I know that you have been. I know that you're a woman of experience with crazy, difficult people.
Oh, yeah.
Not only how you control a rowdy crowd with a microphone, but the way that you navigate and having a crackhead in your house was very admirable.
Well, you know what's crazy is that, you know, when I started drag, I mean, it was a different world and
Yeah.
you met all different types of people.
Yeah.
So you had the hoes, you had the druggies. I mean, I've had my share of drugs as well. So
New
it's
Orleans.
not, yeah. I mean, it was just part of the scene.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's not so much.
Well, you know, I mean, I know, and I don't want to be so okay boomer or remember when or back in our
Yeah.
day, but like I've always said this, honey, drag queens were typically three things.
yeah.
Prostitutes,
Mm-hmm.
drug users, drug dealers, or scammers.
No, and don't forget alcoholics too.
Oh,
That
alcohol,
kinda comes with
that's
territory, yeah.
alcohol and drugs. Yeah,
Yeah.
And all of us steal.
Yeah.
We all stole because we're all poor.
Right.
And it's like, so when did it become that we're not only running for Congress, we're running nonprofit businesses
Well, the world
to
has
serve the
changed.
community?
Well, it's also crazy that when drag it became a business, because in the beginning it was like, remember when you
Well,
get
it's business.
No, but remember
It's
when you
risky business.
Very risky, but you would get in drag to like go meet with your friends and hang out.
or a man, or
oh, I've never
like,
done that.
Oh, you know, okay,
You man in drag? No, nobody wants to. No,
Oh,
honestly,
oh,
you were
no, sweetie,
what?
sweetie,
What?
listen.
What, mama?
Mama.
What?
Darling.
Yes,
Tootsie.
sweetie, talk
Honey.
to me.
Oh,
Honey,
I'll talk
cunt,
to you.
Major, speak to me.
You're
We need
not- you're gonna
subtitles
gag
for
when I
this
tell
section.
you.
I'm gonna We can't do ballroom because Aja's gonna
No,
get
that
pissed.
was Indiana
so
Jones
don't
and the
do it.
Temple of
Don't do
Doom.
it.
Oh,
that, yeah, got it.
No. You would think, because let's just not call, you don't exactly look like Margot Robbie,
No.
but more of a Lucille Ball, perhaps. But
Wait, this is news to me.
No,
I don't
they
look
see
like
those-
Margot
those
Robbie?
Listen,
Girl.
she would never wear bottom lashes.
Oh, she wouldn't. Mm.
Those devastating lashes, that incredible crease, the soft blending, those ruby,
Blending.
those
Okay,
luscious,
now you lost me. Now
those
you lost
luscious
me.
ruby lips, that glossy bang covering that horrible forehead. The hair, tastefully wrapped up in a
Chignon.
fleece chignon,
Fleece chignon.
and they say, "Oh yeah, I want to." No, I want her to me in the
Yeah.
butt. That's what they say.
Well-
They say you are Wilma Flintstone, and I want you to bedrock my ass with your tank.
Okay, now you get me hard because that actually sounds
it's
appealing.
true, though.
But the scary thing about it is, you know how we talk about all the time the queens that love to have the fans that they have sex with that are always like, ooh, I like that type of
I've never met those type of queens. I don't know.
Yeah,
who those
get a
are.
mirror. So
Yeah.
anyway, these people that enjoy that, I couldn't imagine. But then like imagine like in a moment where you're having sex and somebody just like turns around and looks at you and goes, yeah, not today, Satan. Like that would like ruin. Think about it. Think about it. I'm always saying it because it happened. But think about it. It's horrible. Like my just crawled up back
But
inside
no, what
of
you
me.
say? You go. Need help packing?
We gotta talk about Tootsie. We gotta talk about Tootsie. I finally saw Tootsie. I'd never seen it. Let me see your Tootsie Roll. I was not ready. Honey,
We didn't
Darling.
talk about Tootsie.
I've never seen it until now. So
Okay.
if I ever did talk about Tootsie, I was pretending I'd seen it. And now I saw it. Okay?
Dustin Hoffman, Terry Garr.
Because honestly, you don't have to see Tootsie. We get it.
Do we
get
though?
it.
Do
I'm
we?
gonna cross dress to be on TV. Like we get it.
Wait, no, the insurmountable the plot device of insurmountable problem only surmounted by cross-dressing.
Cross-dressing.
It's so
Love.
c***y. It's
Love.
so
One of the
c***y.
boys, Yentl, Tootsie,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Doubtfire.
is the answer. Get the on the TV. I am watching that.
You said cross-firing.
Crossfiring. Well, that's when yeah. So in Tootsie, he's an acting teacher, and Terry Garr is his student girlfriend that you're kind of sleeping together, and he's not getting work as a male actor, so he's like, let me try female acting because it's easier. I don't know. I wasn't really clear on why becoming a woman was the move.
Yeah, but he gets cast on a soap, right?
In my opinion,
What?
In my opinion,
Tootsie.
if you need only the suggestion of an audition for a soap to cross-dress, mama. That was headed in. That was coming. That was coming, babe. You know what I mean? It's like drag queens who have no paid gigs. They get one unpaid gig and immediately get acrylic nails and shave their eyebrows. It's like, honey, jump aboard the cross-dress express, diva, because Miss Fierce and Detective Fierce, that was coming.
The Trans-Siberian Railway is taking off. Choo choo.
Girl. The Polar Express. It was coming.
Mike, well, how about the truly, I mean, in these movies, most of these movies, Tootsie and Mrs. Doubtfire, for example, these people are not what I would call Pasolina.
Well, Mrs. Doubtfire, I would say yes, but is Mrs. Doubtfire passing more tonight at 7?
Passing what? Passing what?
Passing the bar. Passing a stone.
Passing.
She's passing a stone. Well, if you're passing for an old lady, you're passing a stone.
You're passing a stone, and you're also So Tootsie.
Tootsie
Would
Lou.
you Tootsie? I know you would. I know
even
you would.
out of drag Dustin Hoffman, I'm not really attracted to.
What about The Graduate?
No, too short.
Oh, he's like 4'2".
Yeah. So
Well, that's how he passed as a woman on the soap. Duh.
And I believe in short kings. I love that. I'm not going to your kingdom. You know what I mean? I believe in short kings. I see you. I believe in
see
you.
I don't with you though.
Yeah.
All drag is valid.
Yeah, if you have to get on your knees to suck my dick, and then we need like a yoga, like a block for you to get on.
Oh my God, a little padding.
Yeah. And I don't. We're all the same height, laying down. That sounds like necrophilia.
I was just gonna say that.
That sounds like necro.
T.
Like, what about like I wanted an acting gig, so I had to become a corpse to get on TV. Let's take another break.
Guilty.
But basically, there's a few parts I loved, which is Dustin Hoffman he's improvising in the scenes and he's giving the female characters more depth. Because in this series, the females are all wanting to the doctor.
Yeah.
They're all passive.
Yeah.
And he starts going off book and being like, no, I'm not doing that, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's cheating out and going, well, why would she do that? She's a woman with kids. Why would she blah, blah, blah. So he's adding depth to the character, which makes the viewers at home like that character.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of funny because while stealing a role from women,
Yeah.
just like Stanley Tucci taking every gay role, I was this close to being in Devil Wears Prada.
Every single bald gay role, every bald role, every gay role,
Yeah.
every one.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And people
a
get
minute.
mad about other people doing it. When Stanley Tucci does it, no one cares.
Why was he in Burlesque and Devil Wears Prada playing the same exact person?
Always gay. I don't care about gay playing gay. I care about gay playing good job playing gay.
You just have to do a good job.
Yeah.
You just have to play the character. If you're doing like an action something and you're like, hello, here we go, guys, I'm going to kill you. That's not going to work.
Yeah. Although I live for representation comes in all forms. But when like Reno 911 was on TV and what's his name, Nick Swartzen played Terry, who gets arrested all the time. He's always like, he's the guy who's like, leave me alone, I'm dead.
Wait, but you can play, anybody can play gay, but not anybody gay can play straight. Well, duh.
On Broadway you can. You're my girlfriend and I love to eat your literally. Honey, baby doll, I love you. I just love you. I think we should get married.
My wife is giving birth. My wife is having a baby right now. I
asked her what her ring size was and she said she wanted a princess cut. I'm like, honey, with those hands?
You're giving Harkonnen.
What does that mean?
It means the baldies from Dune.
Is it hot?
I think so.
Okay.
The fact that we were not scouted and then headhunted and then cast as extras in Dune 2 as a member of the Harkonnen planet on Gaiety Prime is so flagrant, so hateful, so rotten, and unforgivable. I'm only hoping that Denis Villeneuve, if he gets his shit together, will realize the error of his ways and right that wrong by casting us as extras. I don't want a line. I can't act well. I know that. But I won't mess up the movie with dialogue, but I will stink up that set as an extra in the background. And he better come
knocking
correct.
on doors, opening, checking out. Yeah.
Mama, both of us.
And no lines.
Famous, bald, not great actors. But I will love to be in the background of that, on that set with Zendaya and Timothée Chalamet and, all those people.
I think you're a good actor.
I'm not, but it's okay. I appreciate the comment.
And when I say I'm not, sometimes people are like, no, you're an actor. I say, it's okay if we're not good at everything.
Yes. I know. I don't like patronizing
I'm not
lies.
good at it. And I don't aspire to be good at it. So it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But I tell you what I am good at. Singing.
Right.
Here we go.
Well, I miss rehab.
I want to paint a picture to you, and I want to see if you know what this picture is.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm like, imagine I'm like a very classically handsome, like shirtless, very barely clad guy, or the same version of a female. Okay. Okay.
Just hot.
Yeah.
And universally hot.
Universally hot. You walk into the frozen food section and I'm right here. What do? Do you know what I'm talking about? You find me at home.
Behavior?
You find me at home wearing this. What's the vibe?
That like clickbaity Twitter, like,
yes!
Like you walk in the locker room, I'm like this. What do you do?
Yes.
And I'm also like,
my God, I hate it.
I hate it too. I hate it too.
Much. I hope they all die. I hope they all perish.
I hate it too. And it's like gym shorts, and it's like,
yes.
What do you do? It's like, well, I don't sexually assault you at the store,
exactly.
if that's what you're saying.
Well, I'm picking up half and half sugar and a couple of bananas for a snack. I'm not raping people at the supermarket.
Well, not just that.
Like,
sometimes it'll be like,
oh my God.
It'll be the full anal bead up the butt, and they're like, you walk into the GameStop, and I'm behind the counter like this. What do you do?
But they're not like that. That's funny. This is what they are.
No, but they're not trying to be funny.
No, but they're not. No. I'm saying what you're describing is funny.
It's heightened.
I'm
doing comedy.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't want to do comedy. I want to do social commentary.
Well, I'm trying to do the intersection between specific and exaggerated.
Okay. Well, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Let's take another break.
But no break. Don't you dare.
Let's take a break, and you go TV, and they screen wipe.
I like, and the thing that's almost saves it for me is that it recently occurred to me that absolutely many of them have fake dicks. They're packing. They have packers on.
What?
They have packers in their
The
pants.
Green Bay Packers.
Yes, they have packing dicks in their pants.
That's their packing peanut.
They are packed up. They're like, there's a few of them, and they all, for some reason, I don't know what the rationale. I'm sure that logistically it makes perfect sense. They have several different Instagram accounts.
Okay.
Oh, I think you know why? Because many of them, they're like in preventative, they're doing preventative damage control, because I think eventually they always try to push the boundaries of what is allowed on Instagram.
Oh, girl. And they love to be like, Instagram hates gay people. I'm like, you were actually sucking cock on Instagram.
Yeah. You had all your fingers spreading wide open your hole.
I saw your goddamn brunch.
It was bright red. It was bright red on Instagram. Okay,
It
was
looked like bolognese.
It was marinara on Instagram.
Girl, you know what I fucking can't take right now? I hit you so hard. I'm so hard.
No, hit me.
I can't.
Hit it, Merlin.
I can't fucking take it. Are you watching these? Do you get in this algorithm of hairstylists doing their consultations on camera? Miss Honey Faggot. Let me tell you something,
Miss
bitch.
Nelly Honey
Miss Nelly Honey Faggot. Sit down in your wickered descending wheelchair and
Oh my
start
God.
screaming.
Oh my
because
God. Wait. So walk me through it.
So like, there's a TikTok camera here, a phone, I believe they're called TikTok cameras.
Yeah.
Phones.
AKA a phone.
Yes, and it's always someone.
We gotta get YouTube down here to film this.
So they film people and they go, "Hi, my pronouns are she, her, whatever," and they
Okay.
make the person in the chair say it, which is lovely, fine, great, love it. Love it.
Well, my
Love
day,
it.
yeah.
And you know what? If you have your conservative clients, your liberal clients are like, it's actually they, him. Thank you.
Yeah.
Your conservative client will go, my pronouns are kiss my ass. And
Yeah.
that's fun and everyone wins.
Yes, and nobody doesn't like that.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's classic. It's original. It's always right on time.
Yeah, and it doesn't ruffle any feathers ever.
No. Love it. So when they do the consultation,
Yeah.
they go, can I touch you? Which I get it.
But
How are we going to cut and color hair without touching people? Are we doing telekinesis? Like, can I touch you? What if the person goes, oh, there's touching involved in this?
They're like,
Absolutely
not. I thought you were going to whisper from about 6 meters distance, and then my hair was going to turn. Yeah.
I know it's a formality.
Yeah.
But it's those moments where I'm like, am I red state?
Yeah.
Am I, I'm like, can I touch you?
Yeah.
Where do you stand with butthole pictures?
Well, I love them.
Okay.
I love them because I want to know what's going on there. If I need to get my weed whacker out,
Right.
Do I need to like?
So for you, it's more like
do I
having
need
a map of the mall.
Do I need an extension cord for my turkey knife? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Floby.
I need to. Yeah. Do I need to? We need to get Tabitha in here.
Tabitha
takes over
That's
your
what I
asshole.
call it when I top.
Yeah.
When I top, it's when Tabitha takes over.
Tabitha tops over.
When I'm topping, girl, tonight Tabitha's taking over.
Oh my God.
Like, because my in-drag
they've done such a
hookup-
bad job topping you. You're like, okay, hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Give me
Whatever she
keys.
says.
I'm taking over. And when I hook up in drag, that's my taffy name. I'm taffy.
Taffy takes
And then
over.
when I'm topping in drag, it's Tabitha taking over.
Fierce. Oh, that's fierce. That's
But I
diabolical.
think, you know what I think? I think topping is fierce.
I love it.
I think there's something to it.
I love it. It's
I
great.
think I'm going to come around.
And also, yeah, you got to get into it. It's fierce, and also like, but the only thing though that's tough, and I have 100% empathy. Unfortunately, like, listen, accidents. I know we talked about this before. It's just I don't want to talk about shit, but we're gonna wrap it up soon, so we might as well talk about shit. It is always something. It is always possible.
Is there accidents?
Yes.
You're talking about like when somebody
Accidents
rear
have-
ends you on the freeway while you're getting.
Yeah, yes. But I'm like,
Fender
there's
bender.
always a chance of there will be blood, striking oil.
Of course.
Yes. Unfortunately, I mean,
Striking oil.
Usually it doesn't spray
fracking.
you in the face.
It's the fracking.
Yeah. When you're fracking. No.
You look like you were baking brownies and the kitchen exploded.
I mean, unfortunately for me, that usually means I would say you have to be the love of my life in the first 2 weeks of our honeymoon phase for me to pause, we clean up everything, and then in a couple hours or something, we try again. That's really not happening. We're done. We're done. And that's okay though. That's okay. There's no like, I would never ever make anybody feel some type of way or even intuit that, or even give even the whiff that I was disappointed or that they were.
A real man keeps going.
Oh my.
A real man takes that turd out and f***s it. Okay. And you know what else? What? I'm sorry. Men used to win wars. Men used to build houses. Men used to
Men used to shit on dicks. Men used to.
I can tell you how many times
but they
I've
call
caught
it
boyfriends
packing
crouched over the cat box in those turds.
Oh my God. No, you fucking rancid shit can woman.
but
you think what's fine? Shitting on dicks?
No, I think it's a measure of maturity, how you handle that situation.
Of course. And also like, and here's the thing though, you really don't, I don't expect anybody to, because at the times that I bottomed, I'm like, I say 3 out of 4 times.
4 of the 5 times that it ever happened.
No, like I say 4 out of, I don't know what the
99
fraction
people
is.
in a room.
Yeah. And only one person shits on your dick. Yeah. No, I'm like, almost every time it happens, I prepare to bottom. I'm like, this is crazy.
It is crazy.
This is crazy.
And even sometimes you think your asshole's so clean.
Mama, and you're wrong.
And they pull their out and you put your mouth on it and you go,
oh,
okay.
Pudding pop.
Okay. Well.
well, just as I thought.
And now I have to either recoil in pain and go like, no good, caca.
Yeah.
Or fear. Or you need to double down. And guess what, honey? You might have to, clean it off before you can,
I'm going to go kill myself.
I'm not a part of this anymore. I was never here. You were never here.
But I'm just saying,
even when you do clean out, and even when sex is going well,
there's always
don't
the
ever
chance.
take for granted the fact that things might still happen in the 11th hour.
I know. That's why I was so thrilled to go in to get the job done in 5 minutes and get out of there scot-free, clean as a whistle. Boom, let's watch a movie.
Also, grow up. Like if you're gonna
Exactly.
lay down the brown bath towel. And prepare for the worst.
Yeah, we're not on the white Tiffany sheets and then
No, I got
the
bottled
Angora
water.
rug.
I got canned goods.
Mama,
a radio.
Thank you. Also, you better believe I had my new Cijo duvet cover delivered. I put a huge worn and weathered throw blanket over that thing. I was not about to get one drop of lube on that fucker.